Last time on the Just Create SMP, I built this amazing starter island, featuring several cows, some sheep, pigs, chickens, and a patchwork of assorted crops. This beautiful island bliss was probably my best work on the server so far, considering the starter house I then built was, as Stam said, a little bit brown. Today, however, there are still a bunch of things I need to get started in this world, mainly involving mechanical frogs, complicated storage systems, and potato launchers. But for all of those endeavors, I'd need a lot of iron. Unfortunately, I had a conversation with Stam the other day that would help me get just that.
I've got a sales pitch to run by you.
Oh no, here we go.
I would like to sell you access to this iron farm. You can grab as much iron as you want.
The iron that's in the community area, yeah. You want to sell me iron?
Oh, the community. No. This is a private farm, but for the cheap price of one paper that says an IOU from Foxy, you can take all the iron you want.
This seems a little bit suspicious, Stam.
I have absolutely no plans with the IOU, but
it's shrunk. It went somewhere. It's not very good iron.
Do you want to give me an IOU now?
Stam, clearly not impressed by my antics, pushed even harder on this IOU business.
You gotta.
Yeah, IOU, yeah. Yeah, I'll get right on that, Stam. Just imagine it's already in your hand. The thing is, Stam, you've offered me all of this free iron on the basis that I give you a paper with IOU written on it, yeah?
Yep.
I don't have enough iron to build an anvil. So maybe you could let me take loads of iron first before I give you the IOU.
No. Foxy, no.
Am I not allowed in there?
Not until if you give me an IOU, you
Well, I haven't got an anvil, and you won't let me have any iron. Well, where's your anvil? Knowing that I needed a lot of iron, I came up with a plan. IOU from FoxyNoTail. There you go. Perfect, thank you very much, see you later. But that was only part one of my plan. Knowing that Stam would soon see that it was the wrong signature, I was prepared for that.
What are you, hello? You've just forged someone's signature here.
No, IOU from FoxyNoTail.
I clearly read that as Mr. Beardstone.
Oh, you've probably mixed it up with the one he gave you. Yeah, you've probably lost mine. I think that's probably what happened. But it didn't work.
You're not allowed to get any iron, Foxy.
Oh, fine, gee, but I need it.
Yeah, so sign your name.
I mean, FoxyNoTail. That was spelt wrong. There we go. Now I was tied into some unknown thing in the future. I thought I'd best make the most of this iron. So I can have as much iron as I want, yeah?
Yep, as much as is in that storage.
Okay, so I just need some conveyors then, and I can get it all routed straight to my storage.
No. You leave the iron. You have to go and grab it.
Oh, that. See, you should have said that before you signed away this IOU business, because that... Wow. Now that Stam and I had come to a reasonable agreement, it was time to actually get on with what I was supposed to be doing today. Okay, little iron farm, how many irons have you got that I can steal? Got a bit there, a bit more there, bit more there. Yeah, oh yes. Yes, more. That should be just about... Oh, I don't need stone. There we go, more. Now that should be just about plenty. Thank you very much, Stam. I'm also going to need a lot of kelp if I'm going to start building contraptions, because I want to take my mining machine, my tunnel bore, back down the mines. But it runs on coal and I've only got 8 pieces of coal, and in order to get more coal I could either use my tunnel bore in where there is coal, or I can make charcoal. Because having chopped down all the trees in my island recently, I've actually got a reasonable amount of wood and I can very easily make more. But in order to create contraptions I'm going to need belts and power and things like that, so I'm going to have to go and get kelp. Come on, useless horsey, it's time for our adventure. And if anyone's wondering what Useless Horsey's name is, well, I haven't really given him a name because I was planning on replacing him. But if you would like to come up with a name for him in the comments, then please do. I mean, I can't just keep calling him Horsey all the time. Let's go, Horsey, like the wind. I really think I could run faster than you. This useless horse. But look, the back of my head, and above that there's kelp, and that's exactly what I need. Right, you wait there, Horsey. don't go far. I'm going to get in my little boat. I'm going to go and knock some of this kelp down and collect it all. Here we go. Let's do this. And I don't need tons and tons of kelp, but I'm going to get a reasonable amount to start with. Dolphin, you keep moving my kelp about. Stop it. That should be plenty of kelp to get started. Now all I've got to do is find that stupid horse. Where's he wandered off to? Come on, horsey. It's time to go home. Very, very slowly in the thunder. Now that I had a reasonable amount of kelp, I was considering where I might be building my contraptions. And the whole point of this dirt house was to have an elevator running down the back of it into areas underground that would be doing all of my work. So I actually need to dig out a big amount of space down there in order to do that, which I can definitely use my tunnel bore for. But at the moment, my tunnel bore's a little bit small. In fact, it's very small. It only has 12 drills on it. And now that I've got all of that iron, as well as a decent amount of andesite I got previously, there's no reason I can't add more drills. So that's what I did. I crafted up a whole bunch more drills. I don't need 64 of them, 20. I then put my amazing tunnel bore back into build mode and added a whole bunch more drills. Was that it? 10 more. I also added a whole bunch more chests and a whole bunch more glue too. I also added a filter instead of just cobblestone on the deployer so that it could use either block to prevent itself falling down holes. And I think that's it. So I need to make sure it's on lock rotation, which it is. Pop this thing back up again. It is a machine. And now I can take it, dig out some big old rooms underneath the ground and hopefully not destroy my entire base in doing so. But in order to, I'm going to need a ladder because I don't have an elevator yet. Let's get some ladders. Oh, and that little bit of coal that I've got to actually run it on. Here we go. And let's go and make myself an area underground for doing things. What level is that? That's 57. I don't like 57. That's an odd number. Let's go down to 55. 55 is an odd number. Yeah, but it's a 5, so that's okay. What? It's a 5. If it's a 5, it's okay. If it's a set, 7's not a good number, but 5 is fine. What? Like when you're doing the volume, you wouldn't put it on 57, would you? You'd put it on like 50 or 55 or 60. Is something wrong with you? No, it's normal, mate. I don't think it is. Oh, balls. Ow. After having spent a decent amount of time talking to myself and clearing out some space to put down the tunnel bore, it was finally time to get it going. Hoping that it wouldn't chew through the walls into the lake surrounding the island, I pressed on delicately, clearing up water as we went, and for the most part, I hardly had any issues at all. So there we have it, a nice big room, plenty big enough for all the things that I need to be getting on with in this starter area. That's fantastic. I mean, it needs a bit of tidying up and a whole bunch more torches than I've actually got to put in here, but it's a good start. The next thing on my list of things to do today is to create power, which of course I've already got a water wheel, and I think that's probably the best way of making power downstairs because it's relatively compact and does actually produce a reasonable amount of power. So let's get even more of my wood that I've not actually got all that much left of now. Oh geez, no, it's spruce I guess. I don't want to waste my spruce, I like spruce. We'll use cherry. Let's go and make some power. Oh, I'm going to need water and a bucket. In fact, I'm going to need 2 buckets. Going to have to use some more of that iron that Stam gave me. Bucket and a shovel. Get a couple of bits of water, make many planks, make some shafts, make a bunch of small water wheels. Let's have 16 of them, and then we can turn all those into big ones. Now I need to fill this little channel I've made with water, and now it should be plenty of room. Yes, for my big water wheels. And that'll generate an absolute ton of power. But it'll also be very slow, and I want my speed to go speedy. And that means I need a speed controller, and to get a speed controller I need brass. And that normally means going to the Nether. But thanks to my chaps on this server who have already got a blaze spawner, it means I just need netherrack. because I need to make a blaze burner. And at the moment I don't have any netherrack, which might mean going to the nether, but if you look closely behind me, there's the remnants of an old ruined portal over there, which is going to make my life much easier. If only my horse wasn't in my boat. Right, you, horse, you need a new place to be because I need to borrow my boat. I don't want you getting... Oh, jeez, where am I going to put you? You can go in the house for a minute. Just go in there. Don't get stuck in blocks. Thank you. Well done. And don't fall down the hole. I gathered every single bit of netherrack that ruined portal had to offer. And then it was time to make blaze burners. But that meant I needed iron sheet. And quite a lot of it. And that means using my press, which means I'm going to get hungry, but it's going to be worth it. So let's make a whole stack's worth of it. In fact, no. We might as well use our free power now rather than me getting hungry. So all I need to do is just smash a little bit of this away. I didn't mean to do that. We'll put my press on there. That's going to start pressing, hopefully. And yes, I know you can change the settings to do a whole stack at once, but that's not how we play Create. That's not even going to be ready by Christmas. I've only got 3 days to record. So for now, we'll just do things the old-fashioned way, and that's going to involve getting rid of that. And then all we need to do, I believe, is it big cog to small cog. There you go. See, that one's going faster now. And then if we go big cog on there and small cog there, we put andesite casing on that one, big one on there, small... Where did I just put that? Small one on there, andesite casing on there, big one on there, small... Stop going in the... that's not where I'm clicking you. Small one on there, andesite casing on there, big one on there. Eventually, though, we have mega speed. Look at it go. It'll be done in no time. I mean, it's a bit of a mess, but I kind of like the industrial vibe of it. I might actually just dig out the rest of that wall and just have this going on because it looks crazy. With my amazing press now running at mega speed, it was soon time to make blaze burners. There we go. Easy. But before I did that, I wanted to rearrange things a little. And there we go. We now have all the water wheels back in and an incredible amount of speed coming out of this end. And that means we can get cracking building all sorts of contraptions. Of course, for most of which I'm going to need brass. And lava to do my cooking. But before we do any of that, I'm going to get my storage sorted. And all of that is going to live probably over here inside the walls. Now, in order to easily get my storage... Oh, it's bedtime. Wait a minute. That's better. Right, now, in order to easily get my storage system downstairs, what we're going to be doing is going back in my house and making another minecart with all of this amazing iron I've got. And I'm just going to pop a minecart assembler down there, stick that minecart in it, put it on lock rotation, put a block of andesite there, and then I'm just going to glue all of these chests together. Now I can just pop those up as a contraption, grab this and that and the minecart and the rail, hop back down my incredibly slow ladder, stick the rail back down and then the minecart contraption back down, and then when I put the cart assembler down, that's going to turn back into chests and get rid of all the glue because we don't need that. Get rid of all of this because we don't need that. And now I can organize my storage nice and easily. Shinies need to go at this end. Create stuff. That's this one. They can go on the second row in. Dirt and gravel, that can be third row. Now I'm also going to need a workshop in here. So I'm going to dig out this wall. And of course we're going to need a crafting table. Probably a furnace, which I'm immediately going to use to make some smooth stone. So I can make a stone cutter. And then I'm sure we'll probably get some woody things like trapdoors. Is that all the trapdoors I've got? Well, we'll throw those in for now. If we throw those trapdoors in around about that point there, then we can have some sort of chesty things for things that we're crafting around the area. Maybe pop another one there and put some trapdoors under that. I don't like these trapdoors. Of course, the only trapdoor that actually exists is spruce. Put a couple of those there and a couple of those there. Get those. Craft myself a stone cutter. Throw that there. Lovely. Oh, what a lovely little crafting area we've got going on. Probably use some more of my chest that I don't have to actually flesh out this chest area. But we'll worry about that later because I've got to crack on with the things I actually need to do. And one of those is bring down all of that fancy new iron that I've got and then make a blaster. I need to do a blaster. That should be first on my list is a blaster. What do you make a blaster? I'm going to make a blaster. What's a blaster? So now that my chests and workshop area are a bit more sorted out and a little bit more organised, I'm going to take this empty bucket back down my mine, which is actually in this direction, and go and get some lava. ow, 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 ow. Oh, but before I do, this skeleton spawner that we found at the beginning of the last episode reminds me of something that I totally forgot. See, underneath my little desperation hole that I made are some diamonds that I, totally forgot to get because I was being killed by skeletons. So there we go, we've actually mined my first diamonds by hand. I got 2 of them. Impressive. Ow, 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 ow. Right, this is where I brought my tunnel bore the first time, and I'm hoping there might be a little bit of lava around here somewhere if I go digging through some of these walls. Oh, it definitely sounds like there's things that want to eat me, so let's be on our guard a little bit. And free camming around just to make sure I wasn't too close to the ancient city. It appears that I'm too close to the ancient city, and that could be a problem. So I'm going to mine in this direction instead, which I'd rather do with my tunnel bore. I think it would be fine going across there. Oh, and look at those. I'm not allowed to use free cam for diamonds. What am I doing? There's diamonds through there. No, there isn't. No, there's no diamonds through there. I didn't see anything. Ow, 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 ow. I could really do with some more coal. I've got no coal at all. Oh, jeez. Nothing. No coal. I have to smelt a bit of cherry before we go. I don't need loads of charcoal, just a bit. Right, while I'm waiting for my cherry to burn, I'm going to actually make myself my very first diamond pickaxe. Oh, look at it. It's so shiny. I love it. Right, that should be plenty for now. Right, let's go and dig that deep slate with my incredible mining machine. Ow, 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 ow. Off it goes. Mining many deep slates and hopefully finding me a little bit of lava. The tunnel bore chewed through deep slate as if it was made of cardboard. And for the first time ever, I was hoping it would actually find lava, but instead, it found something else. Come on, lava. I need the lava. Where is the lava, please? Please, machine, find the lava. I need it for my teeth. Lava now. Lava now. Lava now. That wasn't a noise I like. Oh, no, 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 no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nope. Ooh, but diamond. Hey. Ooh. And effectively just a bunch of XP. As long as there's none of those shrieky horrible things. It doesn't look like there is. I can just, get a bunch of XP. Oh, you hardly get any at all. Well, I don't like the look of this. So I think what I'm going to do is build a little thing this way and send my machine back in the other direction. Come on, amazing machine. Where is the lava? Why haven't you found any yet? It then occurred to me that it would be much easier to find lava if I enabled my minimap. I totally forgot the minimap existed, and look, it's literally just behind that wall. It's there. Hang on. It's literally just there. It's behind this wall. I just didn't go far enough. But according to the minimap, this is just Lava City behind here. In fact, I appear to be in it. So maybe it's down a couple of blocks? Or not? Up a couple of blocks? Where is it? Oh, it's down a few blocks. But it is there. So if I dig down through here. And while I was focusing on digging for my lava, my tunnel bore was heading back in the other direction. Towards that ancient city. Oh no, I just set a shrieker off. Oh, it's got a sensor. Alright, come on, I can reach. I got some lava. Let's go. I did it. And as I was running back to the tunnel bore, I suddenly remembered what it was heading for. No, 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 no. No, 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 absolutely not. No, no. How close was I? I was quite close. I was quite close. Whew. Well, that was lucky. Right, okay, we got everything we needed. And I'm sure you guys were hoping that I would actually have to be dealing with the deep dark today. Leave me alone. I got what I needed. I'm going home. Ow, 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 ow. So after what seemed like a reasonable amount of tunnel boring, turns out my tunnel bore didn't really get all that much at all other than a whole bunch of deep slate and cobblestone. I mean, I suppose I got 36 diamonds and a handful of redstone and lapis, but it wasn't exactly lots. Nevertheless, it was time to start building my blasting machine. Realistically, in order to do this, I'm going to need some basic machines setting up. like a press and a mixer and some way of making brass. So I think the first thing I should do is sort this power out to actually bring it across here, build myself another little workshop where I can actually start making some things. One of the things I'm going to need is a depot. I'm also going to need a basin, a whisk, a mixer, probably some chutes, a propeller, an encased fan, another propeller, another encased fan, and another propeller, and another encased fan. I'm also going to need more chests. I'm also going to need some barrels. I've got 2 barrels. So first things first, we're going to need down here is going to be a press, obviously. So I'm going to put a depot there, a press above it. And whilst that's not fully automated, maybe I should just make it fully automated. I'll make it fully automated. Deciding I was going to make it fully automated, I realized I'd need a lot more space than just that little hole in the wall. I'm going to need a lot more space than just this little hole in the wall. So for my press then, we only need 3 things. Let's put my press on top, like that. We'll have some andesite at each end. We'll have a barrel on there, a barrel on there, and then we just need power to the belts and the press and chutes on these. Think about chutes. Not called chutes, called funnels. Yes, chutes, that's what I said. How do I make funnels? There we go, I have 12 chutes. They're funnels. Okay, funnel, geez. There we go. My press setup is almost complete. I'm going to need loads of gearboxes and, oh, gee, change right. Oh, geez. I'll be back in a minute. While I was doing all of the crafting for the things that I'd forgotten I needed, it occurred to me that I was getting through all of my wood at an alarming rate. You know, I feel like I'm getting through this wood at an alarming rate. I'm going to have to do something about that. I think we're going to need a tree farm in here, and I should probably do that sooner rather than later. I'm also going to need a bunch more brass. But I do now have, I think, everything I need in order to make this dream a reality. What dream? The dream of pressing automatically. Oh, not a very good dream, but it's the best dream. And what we need to do is actually dig a bit of this out here. Extend that cog. No, that's not what I wanted, is it? Extend that cog going out there, put a gearbox there, stick that going round there like that, and then if we spin that one round, look at it go, we have a pressing machine. And I'm going to need sawing machines, blasting me, I'm going to need all the machines. And I've realised my setup of this room is probably not ideal. I think it would be better to actually designate the entire back of this room to the machines, rather than trying to squirrel it all round where all of my stuff is. Which means I've got to rebuild all of this all over it. Oh my goodness me. I'll be back in a minute. It occurs to me as I'm digging out this new little section for our speed control gear ratioing thing that realistically it would just be a bunch easier if I made a speed controller. It can't be that hard to make one, although I am going to need a precision mechanism, which means I am going to need a machine with 3 deployers on it. I think it's 3D. Let me have a look. I don't know. Yes, I'm going to need 3 deployers, some gold sheet, and deployers are electron tubes and brass hands. Brass hands are 5 brass sheets, so I'm going to need 15 of those, and 3 electron tubes. Of course, I've got plenty of redstone. I know, I've got enough quartz to do it as well, but I've only got 2 pieces of brass. So I'm definitely going to need that blaze burner setting up. So I think that's what I'm going to do first. So I am going to set up all of the cogs and things over here for the speed control, and then we'll get a speed controller. In order to make the speed controller, I threw together a quick mixing setup so that I could make some brass and headed off in order to get some blazes for my burners. Now hopefully the blaze spawner that Sam had is still in this cave and he hasn't moved it somewhere. It is, that's good. And there we go, we now have 4 blaze burners. And once I'd filled my blaze burners, I then demolished what I'd made a temporary blaster to smelt some raw copper and zinc, and then demolished that so that I could rebuild the mixer, so that then I could finally make brass. Temporarily. And there we go, we've got almost 2 stacks of brass now. So now I need to get my temporary press set up again. So I guess we can just extend this over here, do the same sort of thing again there, put a depot down on there and go and grab my press, just like that. And then I can press almost a stack of those as well. And while they're pressing, I'm going to go make some electron tubes. Make 6 of them, that's more than enough for now. Just give these a bit of a rub, turn those into electron tubes, grab my brass, which should be done now, it is. Have a light snack, make myself a couple of brass hands. make myself a whole bunch of deployers. And now I've got everything I need to make precision mechanisms except for gold. And I should have smelted my gold while I had my temporary smelter set up, but I didn't because I'm stupid. 30 gold, is that it? Oh, jeez. Right, well, let's get that in the oven. While I go and make a precision mechanism making machine. I'm going to need some belts with some deployers above it. I'm going to need some more belts. Bit of andesite casing in the corners with a couple of barrels on. Some funnels coming out. That funnel needs to come out onto the belt. That one needs to go in. We need to put a block there to stop things flying on the floor. We need to bring a little bit more power this way. We're going to need a gearbox just there to power that belt, which is going the wrong way, but it really doesn't matter. We just have to flip these round and put one of those there. And there we go. We now have a precision mechanism making machine. With the precision mechanism machine now in place, I used it to make some precision mechanisms. Then it was time to demolish all of the temporary things that I'd made, craft a speed controller, spend way too many hours trying to make an interesting looking tree farm only to make a not very interesting looking tree farm. Then I built an entire workshop, which I would soon remove because it was all wrong. Well, I've made some progress and I've got about as far as I can. My tree farm is probably not the most efficient design in the world, but it should work and it is producing a small amount of wood. And over here we've got a whole bunch of different things going on, which is a very compact system using a singular fan to do washing and then smelting and cooking, and here we'll have a soul campfire as well to do haunting. Beyond that, we've then got a press, we've got a mechanical saw, then we've got a mill, and over here is going to be our deployer section where we'll be able to make things like more precision mechanisms and other things that require deployers. But none of this is going to work without a whole bunch more brass, which I can make, but the thing I really need is more quartz. You see, what I'm desperate for now are brass funnels, and they require electron tubes, which is redstone and quartz. And the reason I need brass funnels is so that I can put them on all of these things with filters to stop the uncooked items going straight out into the barrels. And I don't have any quartz left. The quartz I borrowed from Stam is all gone, and that means I'm actually going to have to venture into the Nether. But before I do that, I should probably empty my pockets, because I am going to die, and I should probably spend some of those diamonds that I got in order to gear up a little bit. My first set of diamond armor, it's making its way to me. Oh, this is wonderful news. Look at this. I am upgrading. Go away, leather. Welcome, diamond. I am ready for action. I'm going to need a sword, and that's probably about it. So I guess there's no time like the present. Let's go do the Nether. And here we go. Here is the portal. It's time. Let's do this. Well, there we go. I have made it into the Nether. I immediately spy quartz just over there. That's very convenient. There don't look to be any bad guys around me, so that's also very convenient, although we are in a crimson forest, which means hoglins and piglins and things. And yes, I'm not wearing any gold. But there is quartz just here, and I only need a small amount. Then there is certain death to get to that quartz. Is there any more quartz in this vicinity? Oh, I heard another noise. I don't like it. Where's it coming from? I'm not protected. Go across here, see if I can find any quartz in the walls. Glowstone might be a good plan. If I just pile my way into the ceiling a little bit, I might be able to get some of this shiny stuff. And look, more quartz directly above me. Very convenient. Please don't be lava. Please don't be lava. Please don't be lava. Please don't be lava. Right, that's all of that got. Oh, and of course, there's a hoglin that's been watching my every move. I don't really need shroom lights, but I do need to get all of that glowstone that I've dropped, which could now be a bit of a problem. Oh, he's got a friend. Is there a staircase back out of there? Because I'm going to need to get this and then run like the wind. Can you get me from here? I don't think they can. But I can get them. Look how many health you've got. It's ridiculous. I defeated the hoglins. Now I can get my stuff that I did, and I can get out of here, I guess. It's been so... Oh, Jesus. No. No. I don't know how I got here, but I'm going to find my... Oh, jeez. I've honestly no idea how I... Oh, jeez. Now there's more hoglins. No, thank you. No. Oh, jeez. How did I get here? I literally like popped out over there. There must be Stam's tunnel somewhere. Oh, Jesus. Oh, there's loads of them. No, thank you. Where's Stam's tunnel gone? Hey, guys. You don't look quite as bad as the other guys. Could really do with some... I should have worn gold. Oh, I'm back here. Right, preparing for success. Here we go. It is success time. Time to do being successful as I successfully find my way to the little tunnel that I popped out of where I don't know where it is. Ah, there it is. I have found the tunnel of success. Go, go, go. And just when I thought I was going to get out scot-free. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. No, no, no. I need to get through this portal before you get me. Shoo. Be gone. Go, 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 go. He's gone through. He's gone through. I am leaving. I was successful. I didn't die. There is a piglin loose at Mr. Beardstone's base, but that sounds like a Mr. Beardstone problem. Excellent. Oh, good. Now that I had all of the ingredients I needed in order to make my funnels, I stepped back and thought, this just won't do. So I undid everything I did, made the room even bigger, and started again. Behind me, I have a system that looks very complicated. And it is a little bit, but it's not too complicated once you understand what's going on. Here we have our blaster, our washer, our smoker, and our haunter, exactly like I've got in my little workshop, but attached to each end of that we have packagers and frogs. The frogs have all different names depending on what they're going to do, and these frogs, which are sending the items out once they've been smelted and whatnot, are named as well. These packages have levers on, which means they will automatically package up anything that has been smelted, and these frogs will send it back to wherever I want it to go. Over here I have my storage, and in my storage I have a whole bunch of raw iron. Then I have a factory gauge here saying, what I need is lots and lots of iron ingots, so I want you to send out 64 raw iron at a time to frog smelt in order to get me a stack of them back. And I want 32 stacks of them. But I don't want those 32 stacks of them in here, I actually want them in here where I can then access them later on. So this little frog called Frog Storage will take the 64 raw iron out of this vault, he will put it on the line here, which will then get picked up by Frog Smelt, who will then put the items in this barrel, they will get smelted, Frog Smelted will put it back on there, and that package will make its way all the way around this chain conveyor to this nondescript frog here, which will then take it off, put it in there, and then I can access it. And as you can see from my little blaze burnery friend here, we have 976 iron ingots in there, and in this one here we have 168 raw iron, and we've got iron ingots in there as well, because I can have this all just sent back to the same place as it started instead of having two vaults. If I put my little froggy friend there and get rid of this one here, and then I link this to this network instead of that one, and set it all up all over again, link it to that, put frog smelt, set it to 64, set it to 64, click tick. Now all of my items are going to end up back in this one so that they're all together, but I don't really want my processed materials storing with my unprocessed materials, which is why I've got two vaults. Before I could start building this glorious new workshop though, I had another visit from Stam.
Do you have a bit of deep slate?
I do.
Can I get a few stacks? Like 4?
Would you give me an IOU?
No.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Okay, thanks.
No worries. Top chest, right hand side, many. Well, that seems unfair. And with Stam gone and all of my iron pressed, I spent a very long time putting together a brand new workshop. My new frog-friendly design included a couple of huge vaults, my usual single fan does everything thing, a huge mechanical crafter, which I immediately used to make crushing wheels, a crushing machine, a press, a mixer, a mill, another mixer, this time with a blaze burner, a saw, and a precision mechanism machine. Things are progressing relatively smoothly, although it's taken me a long time to do what doesn't appear to be a great deal, certainly in terms of decoration. But what we've got are our two big old vaults, we've got our smelting-y stuff that we had before, we've now got a big old crafter, because I needed that to make the crushing wheels, but none of it's automated, and that's because we haven't got any of the froggy stuff on here yet. And making that might be a little bit of a problem. You see, one of the things we need are packages, and packages require cardboard, and cardboard requires cardboard, and cardboard requires pulp, and pulp requires basically something compostable with water in a mixer. So I've got to start making some pulp. Fortunately for me, we have a little farm going on, so we've got a bunch of things we'd probably be able to stick in there. Maybe a bit of grass, hopefully some leaves might work. We've got loads of oak saplings, and in my little box over here, this one, we've got all of the pink petals in the world. So I'm assuming these are going to work. They didn't. Right, it's basically saplings or nothing. Right, okay, so oak saplings then. Let's chuck those in and see if we start getting some pulp from that. We're getting pulp from that. I'm assuming I can't put leaves in. But that does mean we've now got 4 pulp. So I'm going to need a lot of saplings, and hopefully my tree farm's been busy getting me some. Oh, we've got a bunch here. I'm going to need a lot of pulp. Excuse me. So let's chuck more of those in there and top up the water. And it looks like we're out of saplings. So it must be 4 per pulp. And that means we've now got 22 pulp. And now I need to put this through the press. So let's just shove that in there. That's going to start squishing it into cardboard. And then obviously then we need to turn it into cardboard. Now the problem is these packages require 1 block of cardboard each. And you need 4 cardboard to make 1 block of cardboard. And I'm going to need a lot of packages. Every single barrel on here is going to need a packager on it, and I haven't counted them all yet, but let's find out. There's 8 here. There's going to be 9, 10 for that, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This one doesn't need one, 19, 20, and that one doesn't need one. So we're going to need 20 packagers, which means I need 20 blocks of cardboard, and that means I need 80 cardboard, and I've got 22. So this might take me a while. 5 packagers. Amazing. So we can have a packager on our storage vault, and we can have a packager on our vault for all of our rubbish stuff. And then considering mostly at the moment we're probably going to be just doing smelting, we might as well have a packager on there and a packager on here. I think, yeah, you can do the packages above. So I could actually put the frogs right at the top and have them above, which I think I prefer, instead of them being in front like that. So let's do that. I've only got 1 packager left, which is kind of pointless just using that. So let's see if we can make some frogs. Frogs require a slime ball, an item vault, and an andesite alloy. And I think I've got a little bit of slime. Oh, I've got 8 of them. I've got plenty of andesite alloy, and I don't have any vaults. So we're going to have to make some more vaults. Let's make a bunch of vaults. And now let's make some frogs. I have made frogs. Oh, this is amazing. But it's all well and good having frogs, but I can't actually put them down until I've got a chain drive, because that's what they link to. So let's build a chain drive called a chain conveyor. Yes, a chain drive. So I need, oh, that's easy. Just andesite casing and large cogwheel. Easy peasy. Right, okay, well, I'm pretty short on andesite casing, but fortunately, my wood farm has been working away in the background, getting me a little bit of wood. So what I can do is get these logs out of here, stick them through my saw thingamabob, which is this one over here. I just throw all of those in there. They're going to get stripped. And then what I can do is grab my andesite alloy, give that to that there. I'm going to give it to that one there and spin these ones round so they don't get interfering with our system. And then once those have come through there, I can throw those in there and they're going to automatically get turned into andesite alloy. This is fantastic. Oh, very good. Oh my goodness, this zombie's driving me crazy. I think he's in my old little mine shaft, wherever that is. It's down here somewhere. Shut up. Which one are you in? Where is he? There he is. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, shut up. Now I can make a bunch of them, and you get 2 each time? Wow, they're really cheap. Okay, well, I only think I need 4. I'm definitely going to need some girders, and I guess I'm going to need some chain. Let's make some iron nuggets and make some chain. Don't need many of that at all. Let's just make 12 of them. And let's make ourselves some chain conveyors. So we want one coming from here so it can reach both of these things. So let's make our first one, I guess. It wants to be above head height. We'll throw that there. No, not there. And we'll throw this one here. Our next one needs to go over to these things. So let's bring it over to behind this. In fact, we can put it on top of that chain drive, and then it's probably going to be a little bit more in line with that one there. 2 of those. Throw that on there. Very nice. We've got 2 of those. We can link those together with this bit of chain there. Wonderful. Then we need to come all the way to the other end of this and plonk one over here. Now, I'm a little bit concerned that my packages are going to be floating through my mechanical crafting thing, but hopefully it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's come down here. Let's build another little chain conveyor there, and hopefully this will reach all the way across there. If not, I'll have to have 2 of them. I don't think I've quite done it even in line either. No, it's too far. Okay, that's fine. In that case, then. Eventually, though, my chains were in place, and it was time to frog. And boom, we have a chain drive. We are chaining. So, in order to make this easy on ourselves, we should probably bring our packages here to the sides, so they're close to the chain drive. Get my froggy number 1, and I'm going to put you there. Very good. Get froggy number 2 and put you there. Oh, you can reach. This is excellent. Froggy number 3, we'll click on there and put you there. And then froggy number 4, I'm going to click on that there and put you there. Right, so this is going to be frog smelted. That one is going to be frog smelt. And if we use hashtags before them, apparently that means we can make a list. So let's do that. And let's also put that on only send packages. We're going to leave that one not named. And this one is going to be frog raw. Hashtag frog raw. Now I need to make those little square things and display links. How hard could that be? Not display links, stock links. These thingies. I need these. And these are vaults with transmitters. Transmitters are copper sheet, lightning rods, and red. Oh, geez, I've got a bunch to do. So I took a moment to craft up all of the ingredients I needed and made some of these new linky things. Should probably also make a stock ticker, which is gold ingot and glass. So it's a good job I made extras because I'm going to need them. I'm going to stick that on there instead. That's going to connect to that and go there. This needs to be moved. That can go this side. That's going to connect to that and go there. Now I need some blaze burners. And these 2 chaps are going to be able to tell me what I've got. So you can go there with your little hat on and you can go there. And at the moment, everything is empty. Just as it should be. Good. Now, these don't actually have to be connected to the vaults. What I could do here, seeing as this is my finish items, I could actually take these away, reconnect that to this stock link, and I could bring that over here. Just move this a second. Make a little table, put that there and put that there, and now it's connected to my storage from here. Oh, that's handy. I'll just need to move this because that looks stupid now. It was at this point that I was continually interrupted by people who had discovered my crafting machine.
Oh, that's it. We're going down the toilet in your house. Can I borrow this to make a potato launcher?
For some reason, everybody seemed to be obsessed with potato launchers, which went well. Ow! Oh, thank you! Oh, that's lovely!
I think I'll have to use the big boy crafter as well.
I'm here for your crafting swap, to be honest.
Ow!
I can still shoot with it though? That's ridiculous.
But all of that's going to have to wait for the next episode because we were gearing up with cardboard armor and potato cannons. Anyway, once I'd finished being interrupted, I carried on. I'm going to have all the pulp in the world. Okay, it is more pulping time. Let's put all of that bamboo into there, and then I just stand here and just shove water in occasionally. There's definitely an easier way to do this. I just need some pumps. Okay, we're going to stick one end of the pump thing in there. I'm going to dig into the floor a bit, bring that over here like this. And then all I need to do is stick a pump on somewhere I can actually power it, which I guess will probably be best off around. Now I'm pumping water in, which means I don't need to stand there and bucket it in. Everything's going so well. Now while that carries on pulping, I'm going to press the pulp that's already pulped, and then I'm going to go and make a whole bunch of precision mechanisms so that I can start working on these factory gauges. So in theory, I have enough here for quite a few precision mechanisms, providing they don't all go wrong, which no doubt they will. And there we go. We've now got 8 precision mechanisms. We had a couple of failures, but nothing major. So now I can go and make those factory gauges. Oh, well, yeah, I need more stock links. I need more of those. I need more of those. Great. Oh, I can make many. I don't need that many. We'll just make 12 for now. Transmitters. Let's have a bunch of those. And now I can make some factory gauges. And I'm not going to make too many. I'm just going to make 6 for now. And we'll see how we get on with these. So, factory gauge number 1. You need to be clicked on with that, and this is where we're going to be keeping the raw things. So we're going to have our raw iron, I guess raw zinc. What have we got? We've got raw copper, raw iron, raw zinc, and they're all going to need to be crushed. So we'll also have raw gold as well. So we might as well add all of those there. They'll all then need to be crushed. I need more. Run out already. More. Yeah, they're going to need to be crushed into those, and then we're going to need to process those into the actual things that we want. Okay.
So while you've come back.
Hey, Chosen. So, in order to get these are going to need to connect into those, and that's going to need connecting to that. And in order to get those, we want to be sending 16 at a time because my system works on 16s, and that's going to give us 16. In fact, that's going to give us double back. That should give us 8 back. And that needs sending to... Who's... Bert? I don't want to send it to Bert. No, that needs sending to Frog Smelt. I guess my hashtag didn't work. Let's get rid of the hashtags because they're stupid. We need to send that to Frog Smelt. And we want as many of those smelting as possible. So let's just stick that all the way on 100 stacks. Oh, but hang on a minute. No, because the raw stuff's going to be kept in the raw one. So, oh, geez, we got... Oh, geez. Hang on a minute. We need to start this again. Get rid of these. So these 8 actually need to be put on this display link. Then they can go back on there. In fact, no, they don't, because this is going to have processed stuff in it. So these ones, oh, this is going to have the crushed stuff in it. Oh, this is also complicated. Let's try that again. So, eventually, I figured out what I was supposed to be doing and got everything set up properly. So now that I've done the iron, let's see if this works. But in order to do that, I actually need 2 more packages and 2 more frogs. So let's see if I can actually craft those now. I have another packager. This is good news. Okay, so this is going to go to my crushing system then. This is going to be frog crush. And then this one is going to be frog crushed and only send packages. Excellent. So now we've got those set up. We've got frog crush and frog crushed. If I put some raw iron in here, effectively it should work. Although I'm not putting it in here, I'm putting it in there. Put that in there and see what happens. That's gone in there now. Yes, Frog has put it on there. Frog has taken it over to there. It should go all the way around, come back. There we go. Go into the crusher. Yes, crusher got it. It's now being crushed. That should then go into here, and this one should take it back. Any minute now. Oh, no, I need to put levers on these. Otherwise, it's not going to do anything at all. There we go. Now it's spat it back out. It's going back round. And that should come back. And that should end up in this storage system. Or it's just going to keep going round and round there. Huh. How do I get that to come back here? At this point, I had absolutely no idea what to do. Everything had worked well in my test world, and it turns out, after Chosen had come back and explained it to me...
You put the sign on the packager.
So if I put frog storage on there, right, and I come back to this and call this one frog storage. See, I thought that gave that an address, rather than telling it where to go.
Whenever the package is made, whatever the sign that's on it is what's labeling it as what the package is.
That's really useful. So that's good, because that means I can actually send the raw stuff back to my raw container rather than just everything going into my storage. That's really useful. Oh, thank you, Chosen.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm glad he came by because that's actually really useful. So what I've done is I've now labeled everything with FNT, FoxyNoTail, at the end of it, just to make life a little bit simpler so we don't get confused with the other members' things. And now I'm going to set addresses on these ones to where I want them to go. So anything that's been through the smelter should be done. So that's going to frog storage. And anything that's been through the crushers, probably not quite finished yet. So that's going to go back to Frog Raw. And that means that when my stuff has been crushed, it should go back in here. And only my actually good things that I need should be in here. And that does mean I've got to change these again, though, because these are now on the wrong display link. So I'm going to come back over here, and once again fill everything in. So yet again, I made a few tweaks and changes to everything. And eventually, it was ready. Get another stack of crushed raw iron. Throw that into there. That should then get frogged onto the belt. That should go over to the crusher. This frog should take it. It did. It should get crushed, which it is doing. That should package it and put it back on, which it did. There we go. It's on the belt going round. And it's going round and round and round and round. Huh. So now I've got a bunch of things just spinning around over here. This is complicated. Oh, these are addressed to Frog Roar FNT. Why aren't they going to Frog Roar FNT? After spending quite a while scratching my head, it turned out that the answer to my problem was much simpler than I thought. Oh, because I've got that on only send packages. That's why. There we go. There we go. So they should come back now. There we go. So now they've gone in there. We've got the crushed stuff in there. And yes, it is putting the crushed stuff back on. So that should now come to Frog Smelt. It did. They should get smelted, which they are. Nice. And now this one should send it back to Frog Storage. My fan's blowing in the wrong direction, so it's not actually smelting. That could be a problem. Bring that, put a gearbox there, and one of those there. My fan should now be blowing in the right direction. It is, which means they should actually start smelting. And now that should take it back. It's going to go down there. It's coming back round behind the crafter, round there and into Frog Storage. We now have items in Frog Storage. We've got 64 iron ingots. What have we got in this one? We got 51 nuggets of experience. This is working. Now, I kind of want the nuggets of experience in there as well. But I guess I'm going to have to get used to how this all works before I make some actual decisions on how it's all going to work, if that makes sense. But the fact that that works means it works. So now I feel confident enough to grab all of this raw stuff and chuck it all in there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Now, I don't have a gold thing, so the gold's probably not going to do a great deal. And I do still need to set these up, linking them to the other ones. So gold, you need to link to there. But now we have our crushed raws fully automated, and they're just going to get turned into ingots just in the background while I'm doing absolutely nothing at all. So now I need to wait to actually get them out of here from my little stock guy. And I think the simplest thing to do there would just be to, well, basically do what Chosen just did and just have a packager just drop them off in a box. And go like that. Order one iron ingot and press send. It comes out of there. And it goes in there. And I get an iron ingot. I got a system. Oh, this is incredible. This is so good. I kind of want it to like come right next to this though. So let's see if I can reach all the way from there to there. I don't think my frog will reach that far, but we'll give it a go. Get my frog back on there. He can reach. There we go. So now I want a stack and a bit of iron, please. And here we go. Plop. A stack and a bit of iron. Wonderful. Now, how do I put it back in? If I put that into there and put a button on the side there, that frog should then take it. It did. But I need to tell it where to go, otherwise it's just going to spin around there. Right, okay. I'm getting this. So then, if I get a sign and I stick that on there, and I can say frog, storage, FNT. So now I can put that iron in there, click that button, that's going to send that to frog storage, and that's just gone straight in. Wow. The problem with that system though is if I'm putting raw stuff into the system, it's going to go into there instead because I can't give this two different addresses. So really, I think I should be doing this with just one item vault and not trying to split it between two because I think that just becomes extra complicated. But this is wonderful! Now I'm wondering if I can link these together. You see, the issue is create storage vaults that do not have an infinite capacity. So if that fills up, how do I then add more to my storage to get it out? Now, both of these frogs are connected to the frog storage, but the networks are slightly different. So what if instead I put that on there, I link that to that and link those together. Now I get rid of those and I link that to that and that to that. Now I can see everything in both of them. But if I want to call something out of this one, for example, let's say I want 8 of those raw iron coming out, can I still do that? So now they're linked back up again. If I put the raw iron, which I've only got 8 of them, back in there, spin that round, is it going to take them from there? Does it know to do that? It does. So yeah, I can link up as many vaults as I want to the same network, and it doesn't really matter where they go in because Oh, geez. Okay, let's take this away. Put that over there instead. If I now put this raw zinc into there, which is now the wrong one, it should still take it from the... It does! That is incredible. So this can be like where I've processed stuff through here and I can just shove everything I've got into there, and it doesn't matter whether I've got like half my iron ingots in one and half in the other one, because when I call for it, it's all going to come together. Whoa. My mind is blown. This is ridiculous.